We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
6-man.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here we go. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, gun. 13, 1, Omaha.
Check safety.
Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 6 yards is the pick. And that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Garoppolo's pass complete to Marquise Goodwin. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Lockett. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On second down, here's Penny. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 39. A terrific run there by Penny. Give him 52 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
One left. Check home. Right, 54. I smell fear now. I smell fear. Let's go.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 49ers' 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike 54. Bandit.
12. Touch 50. Go.
Move. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, watch.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Now he'll escape to his right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
56, right there. 56. Let's go, defense. Let's get out.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Mike 56. Watch the screen.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Ballore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Garoppolo now. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check tight.
Hey, gun. 1, Omaha.
Hey, Mike's 50.
Hey, alert.
You gotta step it up. Hey.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jadeveon Clowney, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
11.
Bang, bang. Shoot. He's coming. We got double up.
To throw is Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. And this one is right down Broadway. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56. All day. Cheer. Watch twins.
14.
81.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Easy.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 12-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Shoot. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, seam 6.
Launch 49. I'm here all day.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Here we go. Like 20. 11.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. 65.
Launch 49. Let's go.
21. 2.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pass incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Say. Whip.
White.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
11 yards there, first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right there, 54 Mike. All day.
They keep it with Penny on first down. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
I'm here all day.
Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Eric Armstead, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
11. Hey, gun. 65.
Watch out.
Hey, high 7. 65. Lock.
Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 22 yards there, a first down. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Down to lose one.
I got you. 21. 11. 12.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Hurd. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
21. Go.
49 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch.
I got you. 12. 6.
49, guys. Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert!
Switch gears. Check 3. 25. Check 25.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Check your hot read.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, gun.
I got motion, man. Me. I got this.
21. Here we go. Black.
Quick edge.
Come smooth.
Take four.
Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Here we go.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Kill. Hatch it.
13. Hey, Foxtrot.
Mine's 50. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run
Two.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19.
1 Omaha. Hey, Echo. 1 Omaha.
49 to Mike. Check the outs. Watch the safety creep.
12.
49 to Mike. Watch for
Hey, alert.
Check the
6.
Garoppolo again. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
56. Watch QB drop.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Taking it right down Broadway. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here we go.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go. Tight end right. Hey. 4 down. Motion. Watch in.
21. Here we go. Hey, Alpha.
On first down, Garoppolo looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
He's checking.
Lock. Hey, alert. 21.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
12, fellas. Here we go.
They're playing the wrong football. Joker. 49. Check 49.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
11. Check 24. Hey, Charlie.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He finds Taylor, complete.
Here we go.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
49, guys. Mike, 49. 65. Mike's 49.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
Here we go.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
General West.
3rd and 5.
49 to Mike. Watch the pass.
White. Shift. Hey, exit.
Again, that throw with Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
That's another 49er.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Check. Hot route. Hot. Showing that. Slam. Watch that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
11.
Check 52. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Hey, Delta. 11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is heard. It's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jalen Hurd. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Now Gold for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They begin with a run by Penny. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On first down, Wilson dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he finds Penny. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go. Here we go. 6 guys.
Wilson now. Going to throw again. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. From the shotgun, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run once more with McKinnon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Shaquem Griffin down the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
He wasn't ready.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
I got you.
Motion out of the backfield.
Hey, Zoo.
What?
65.
Check. Lucky.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. It's caught. Block it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
12.
2-yard gain on the play.
Slow down. Hey. 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Rashad Penny. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. They go play action with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 0. 54.
Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And some room to run now. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I'm coming for you, son.
Clock! Hey, Haywood!
Right here.
Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Clock!
Hey, watch it. Tight dog.
White.
Shift, watch the shift. Check the backer.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
13. I got you. 21.
Mike's 49.
Hey, seam 6.
Yeah, I'm coming. Switch.
12.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returnable for Lockett. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike's 5-4.
Good job right there.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Zoom. You gonna see me in your...
18.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
We're up for singing.
We got time.
This time Wilson will throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.